So when we started out, well, I started out by making 4 lots here, and I've kind of like added rules to the whole thing, but these are the 4 community lots that I chose to make. So I made a restaurant, I made a lounge, I made a gym, and I made a library. Well, um, so we started off with this lot here, the Bargain Boulevard, and I'll show you what it looks like. Um, so the first lot you create, like I created, it had to be only worth 3,000 simoleons. And this is literally what I could make for 3,000 simoleons. It's not much. Please bear with me because it is really bad. We struggled a lot in this lot because there wasn't really much we could do here. I did have to put in like an invisible light kind of thing because how else was I going to get light, and I really needed one. So you just have like the bench, a broken down car, a little campfire to like roast fish on that we caught from this creek behind. We have a mailbox, this little thing that we like lounged on, and like we literally napped on this constantly. It was like our napping place. And this other rusty car, and then like this little box and a tire and whatever. We literally left our dirty plates here because we were so ready to get out of this place because it was literally the worst living here. It really stunk. Like this is literally all we could afford for 3,000. And these don't even cost anything. So it was just literally pretty much the only things we really did anything with here is the mailbox, this little lounger, and this little campfire. Those are the only like 3 items we did anything with. We couldn't do anything with these. We didn't do anything with these. And that was really it. So that was what we started with. And then we went to the, when we got our, we had to get 4,000 to move to the next lot. So our next lot was this one. And we lived here for a while. And this is what our next lot became. So it's a cat mailbox with like a little picnic table, which is a little bit nicer. We have a tent, which is much better than the last place. We have this little fireplace, and then out back we have like a half wall with a sink and a shower connected to it. Like an outdoorsy camping like shower that you would plop up in the woods and literally take a shower, okay? And we have these little lights for lighting. It was not the greatest again, but you know what? It's better than that, okay? We started out on a bench, now we're like in a tent. I mean, we're getting better. So we lived here for a while, and then the next household we moved into, we had to make 5,000 simoleons from just like collecting around and selling stuff. So then that's what we did. We collected enough to get the 5,000 to move into the next house, and the next house was an actual house, which is fantastic, but it was nothing spectacular again. So again, this is what we moved into. It's this little like, I don't even know, 3x3, I guess. Has a cat, some plants, and a shower was outside. Still the same kind of shower because we couldn't afford to fit it inside. And then a door. There's nothing out back. So this is all that it was on the inside. And this was all I could literally afford to put in here. So we had a stereo, a little toilet, our bed, a stove, a fridge, a counter, a sink, and one table with one chair and a rug. There's like cobwebs in here and things. So it was better, but it was still very, very rough. And then when we moved on to the next lot, we had to have a lot costing 6,000. So this lot here costed about 6,000. So I can show you, they are like very close. Obviously the value has depreciated a little bit because we did live there, and things depreciate in value as you live there. So this was 3,000, this was 4,000, this was 5,000, and this was 6,000. So this is the next one that we moved into. It looks like a tool shed. Pretty much is. So this is the lot for 6,000. While we were living here, when we moved in here, I think we found out that one of the girls that we had slept with is having a baby. And so we decided to take the baby in because it's our heir, and we're going to need an heir. So we had to buy a trash can because when we were changing the baby's diaper, the diapers were going everywhere and they were getting so disgusting, which is in one of the latest videos that I posted. Yeah, this is the same generation. It only took a little bit of time to do this. We've only played through a couple of seasons. Like, it hasn't been that long. We just got into spring. So I think we started in summer, fall, winter. So like 3 seasons. It's been a little bit of time. But yeah, it's the same generation. One guy has done it all himself. And while he's living here, he has to be single. He can't be dating, like officially, like boyfriend and girlfriend and anyone. He can woohoo with people, of course. So he can do that. So this is his house that he had. So he has a counter with a stool this time, with a sink and a fridge, a couple of counters to cook on, a stove, a bed, a little rug, and that same shower, but it just came inside, and then a toilet. This is all he had. Oh, and a radio. And I had to add this. So this isn't even part of the original thing. I had to take money out. We were so close to getting to the next lot, and then I had to take money out because I needed to I needed to be able to throw the baby diapers away, and that was the only place I could do it. So, and the baby lived like literally right here, which you see me do in one of the latest videos I just posted. So the baby literally lived like right here. But we just go around and we collect like the jewels and the harvestables and things, and then we sell them. I do keep up to 50 of the like fruits and veggies that we collected, because I put them in the fridge so we could cook with them. And then we did go to Sylvan Glade. We opened that up. We did fishing, like frogs, gems, metals, whatever, all of that good stuff. Yeah. And then we recently, in the last episode that I posted, today was the video went live. We moved into the new lot at the very end. I was very excited. We had to get 7,000 to move into the lot. And the 7,000 got us here, which is where our Sims are right now, because they actually live here still. They're still in this lot. And this is what I was going to play tonight, but I just thought nobody really seemed to like this. So I didn't know if I should do it or not. Maybe you would have liked this better than the Millmans. So this here is my Sim. Let me jump into buy mode so I can turn the lights on, because there's no lights here. This is my Sim, Danny Harrison. That's what he looks like. And he has 2 romantic interests with 2 different girls. And I did give them makeovers in one of the recent, well, it wasn't in the video, it was between the 2 videos. But so the girl that he has the baby with is Milani Lanier. Oh, wait. No, it's Samaria Tai or whatever. But she's married to a guy named Isaac. And I do remember the episode where she and him and Danny decided to go woohoo right in front of her husband. And it ended up being a big to-do in that episode. So that happened in one of the episodes, like way back when I was playing on my laptop. But he is very, very interested in this girl named Milani Lanier, who also has a baby of her own, which is kind of interesting, but it's not our baby. But anyways, so we just moved in here, and this is our bathroom. So we still have the same shower because we're literally broke, and a toilet and a sink. And we actually have a door now, so I was really excited about that. Then we had the stove and the sink and the fridge, and we had one counter with the stool, and then a sofa, and then our bed is back here. And then over here is the baby and the TV. So the baby's name is Scott. And I need to change his last name, but Samaria is his mom. And we moved him in. His name is Scott. He doesn't have his clothes on again, so I'm going to have to change his clothes. That's kind of silly that when you move households, they lose their clothes. So yeah, so Danny, I can show you. He's been collecting a whole bunch of stuff. So in here we have like a couple of frogs, and we just like breed the frogs, and then we sell whichever one we get. We do have a couple of strawberries in here. So we could just toss those in the fridge if we need to. In the fridge you can see like we have some pomegranates, some apples, some potatoes, some fish. I keep one of each fish in the fridge. And then we have like mushrooms, which we have actually extra mushrooms in here that we don't need, but we have some strawberries, and we don't have any strawberries in there, so I'm going to throw those in there. He's like been collecting. He has a voodoo doll that he fished up. I think we even sold a voodoo doll. They're very expensive, so they sell really, really well. So yeah, and then he just kind of goes around, like he goes over here and, you know, he'll collect from here and he'll collect from all of these and he'll collect over here when there's something there and there's always a bush over here. And then he'll collect like down this way and all the bushes. And then once we've collected everything here in this spot, then we sell it off like what we need to. And then we'll go to Sylvan Glade. And this is the only places he can go because he physically cannot leave this lot, like traveling to a community lot, because it's not allowed within the game rules. You can only travel when you're told to, or if you hit like a reading rainbow or whatever and pay money to go traveling for a day. In one of the episodes we did go to the library in the area, and it looked just like this because it was made at the beginning of the challenge. But ever since then, I have actually today, I spent time today remodeling it for the stream, because I wanted to play it on stream. And so this is the library, which I'll show you here on stream because why not? So I've remodeled the library, and it's like the same thing. It's called Simopoly Library, but in parentheses it says like light blue because that's the next color of like lots. So as we're going through the challenge, I'm going to update the lots that we traveled to. So this is kind of still run down, but this is the library that I built for the brown. Of course, that's why the brown is still here. And there's some stuff still kind of like outside that is not the nicest. I really like the clouds on the top of this. I think that's kind of cool, by the way. Just had to say that. Anyways, so these are the same like things, but I've changed some of it up. So this is what the inside looks like this. So now it's light blue, keep in mind. It still has like the holes in the walls, but there's actual flooring in here now, and the walls are light blue. And then I changed all of like the stuff to be white. I put a little bit of nicer furniture in here, I guess, and just added some extra things like this little nook for the kids. Since we have kids now, I have a kid now, I'm probably going to need it. Yeah, so this got like an update to it. It's got like a computer outside because literally this is supposed to be almost like the worst library you could ever find in your entire life. And as you can see, these ones, they all kind of look like really run down like the houses do that where we live right now, because brown is that color. So they all kind of look the same and they all kind of look run down, but they're all a little bit different. They have a little bit of different stuff in them. It's just kind of like how it goes. I'm actually fine with whichever challenge you're motivated to play, because if you're not enjoying what you're playing, it's not interesting. Yeah, I hear you there. So this is like what I worked on today, of course. And then I did record a little video, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'm not going to give you the whole sneak peek, but I'll give you a little sneak peek of the middle one. So I built this area over here because this is the next 5 lots that we will be moving into. So when you jump from one neighborhood to another, it adds 3,000 to your lot value. So it's going to cost us 10,000 to move to this lot here. So this is exactly on the dot 10,000 simoleons when I built it. And this one is 11,000 and this one is 12,000, or it has to be just as close as you can pretty much get it. And this one is 13,000 and then this one is 14,000. So once we leave this one and we jump over here, because it's a new neighborhood, this one will be 17,000, and then obviously 18, 19, 20. And then when we jump over here, it'll be 24,000 and 23,000 and 24,000. And then when we jump here to the last law of the worlds, this one will cost us 29,000. But then once you travel to the next world, because you're going to go through all of the different worlds, of course, and whatever, there's like numbers that I have written down. I have to find a way to kind of do it. No, you can't bring the furniture with him at all. You have to, they're all furnished the way they're meant to be. Yeah, so you have to leave the furniture behind. So like, you know, if you ever, goodness gracious, if you ever had to move back in time and you had to go back to like 5 lots or something, like if that was like a chance card that you got, you know what I mean? Then you would have to have that furniture there for them to move back to. But anyways, so you'll move through all the different worlds. You know what I mean? There's been a bunch of new worlds. I think I only have this. Let me see. What do I have this up to? I think there is. I think it's only up to like Sulani or something. Let me find it. Magnolia. No, there's more than that. This goes all the way up to Glimmerbrook. So Glimmerbrook. You were overwhelmed with all the new worlds. So Glimmerbrook is the last one that I have rules for up to. Well, not rules, but like I've got it like laid out the direction of where you'll move to and where like it's the lots are numbered for me. So I'll need to add Brightchester, Evergreen Harbor, Montgomery, Henford on Bagley, Tartosa, Moonwood Mill, Copperdale, San Sequoia, and Chestnut Ridge to the thing. But right now it's going to be long enough to get there because we haven't really played this challenge since like 2020, whatever. I think it was like 2021 or 2020 or something. It was a long time ago. But I wanted to bring it back. So that's what I did this week. Spent some time recording like build video, which I am going to put up on my YouTube channel, next week. So I don't want all of my videos to be about this challenge, but here is the other side that I built. So you start in this house right here, and this one is kind of like the basic one, but you can kind of see inside. So it's got like a table, TV and stuff, and you know there's beds in there. I put a toddler bed in because I figure probably by that time we move over there, we'll have a toddler or an infant. So, and then, you know, it's got like a shower, a proper shower. And then you move across the street over here and you get like a slide for the toddlers. And I don't know, there's like toys on the inside of that lot and stuff. And then you move here to this lot. This is the third one in this neighborhood. And so this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's a little bit nicer, but still kind of run down. Like the fridge is kind of beat up, you know, you can tell it. So there's like a little table and there's like a little poster and a TV and a radio. And then there's like the kitchen area here. And then this is like a door to the backyard, which in the backyard we have like a little grill over here and it's got like a fence and then some stuff for the kiddos if the kid is aged up at that point. I feel like they probably will be. And then I put in like another bed. If you end up not needing this bed, you could sell it and put in the bed you needed. Like if the baby was still a toddler, say, I would allow you to sell the bed and put in a toddler bed, obviously, because if it's what you need, it's what you need. You're allowed to add to the lot, but you can't like demolish a whole room. You know what I mean? That's not how that works. Like if you have to swap something out because you need a different item, then I'm okay with that. Then there's like the teddy bear and some toys in here. And then this is the bathroom that's in all of these homes over here. So this does kind of alternate depending on if they had enough for the shower tub combo or if they just could only afford the tub, then I gave them a tub. But they do have a shower tub combo in this one. Because it really depends. But then you can kind of see this one. So there's like a dollhouse out back. So it's more kid stuff. Because I don't know how long my kid's going to live. I don't know. So it's really different. And then I thought by here, maybe our child would be a teenager. So I put a pool in and took out the kiddo stuff. And I left like the double bed, obviously, for the dad and the kid. But in this neighborhood, you're allowed to date. And also you're allowed to date. And I have to figure out what the money maker is going to be. But I'm kind of thinking it might be like, I don't know, canning or something. I'm not quite sure. But I'm thinking it's going to be something like that. We're still going to struggle to make money, but it won't be as hard as collecting because that's going to suck if it's really hard to make money. I might do baking, honestly. I might bake stuff and sell it on like a selling table, like kind of like a yard sale kind of thing, because you can make some good money with baking. So I might do that here in this neighborhood, but these are the next 5, and I put these in. Well, I'm gonna put them in one video. So I built all 5 of these today. And what I do is I just take the first one, I place it here, and then I edit it, and then I place it here, and I edit it, and I place it here, and I edit it, continuing on like that. So, but that's kind of what it all is. It's just kind of like the same households, but they're just slightly tweaked to make them a little bit more expensive. And obviously the lot size plays into it too. So like this house here, when we put it over here, I feel like we had to get rid of the shower tub combo over here, as I feel like over here the lot was so much bigger that it kind of made it so expensive that we couldn't afford the shower tub combo. I had to put just a tub in, and then when we got big over here, I could put the shower tub combo back in. So that's what I did. Yeah, baking. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So maybe the baking would be fun with that because of the whole thing of like what's coming out. And I think that comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? If it does, I'm totally getting it. Totally getting it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have so far. And like I said, I am writing up the rules. So I'm going to make a channel on my Discord for it, because I do want my Sims to have I do want everyone to have it as I'm going along. I've written up some of it, but I haven't finished all of it. So yeah. So he just pretty much just lives in this little tiny like hobbit house. You're getting it? Nice. So he just like lives in this little hobbit house. It's so small, but it's the cutest little thing ever. And then him and his son live here together. And he was a surprise. So I didn't even know he was a thing. We are not dating anyone. We just have a romantic interest with her because we've woohooed with her and things. And they have amazing compatibility. I don't think I've ever seen amazing before. So I'm pretty stoked about that. She did ask us to be ask us to be her boyfriend, and I had to deny her because of the challenge. I'm not allowed to have them date, and so I had to say no, and it like kind of ruined their relationship a little bit, and I was kind of like, oh no. But it's gonna be fine. Hopefully by the time she asks me again, I'm in the next slot. So but yeah, so this is where we need to have 10,000 simoleons here. He can't have any job. Nobody in the lot can have a job. And once you are able to have a specific job, then it's unlocked for the rest of the challenge for everybody else. So like say, you know, eventually he becomes a chef and he gets to the top of that career and whatever. Then everybody is able to do that career. You might not even get to the top of it, honestly, by the time you get there. I don't know. But they just get more and more expensive as we go along. So that's pretty much what it is. Just trying to make the monies that we need to move on to the next place. So like we need to make 10,000 this time. Dude. Okay, you're good. You're full. What's wrong with this baby? Did you give him... Can you bottle feed him? Why can't you feed him? Alright, and then clean this up. Then go to sleep. And so he just sleeps. The baby kind of makes this really hard because the baby's up all the time. See, like he's probably going to cry here in a minute. Yep. Woke us up again. This baby wakes us up more times than it doesn't. Oh my gosh, my daughter's awake again. I don't know what's going on with her. She's normally a very good sleeper. Alright, and then we kind of get ready for the day, and then we just head out and we start like harvesting everything. So we'll like harvest the mushrooms And then I'll tell him to harvest all, so he'll get all of these items. And then we'll look for frogs, and we will harvest snapdragons, and I'll breed the frogs together. And then we got a new frog. It's only worth 10 simoleons, so I sell it. Because these ones are worth 125 and 100. So we want to try and keep the lower ones. The lower amount ones sold. And this is what I mean. The baby diapers just started piling up. So I kind of had to like get a trash can and sell or put them in it. I didn't even think about this, but we should have put a trash can on this lot already, but we haven't. So we'll have to spend some of our money to buy a trash can. Because you can't live with those all over the ground. That's really gross. Yeah, she must be having one of those nights. She's in there talking to herself. She's not crying or anything. She's not asleep. And so I know we have a bunch of mushrooms in the fridge. So I'm going to sell all of these because I don't need them. And like this is where we're getting the strawberries from now, and we're getting flowers. The flowers you can sell because you can't do flower arranging yet. You can't do them to like sell them or anything. You have to just wait until you're physically able to do them. So we just sell them for the monies just like that. And then the baby's crying again, so we got to go back. This is what makes it so hard. The baby makes this so hard. Bottle feed, cuat, bounce, cuddle. All right, we got a leaf frog, which again isn't worth very much, so we're just going to sell it. And we're already up to 915. And then I just keep checking these every so often to see when I can, you know, breed them together again, because it's like, you know, big money maker kind of. And so I just keep checking it until I can physically finish it off. Like, and then once you get to 10,000 in the bank down here, then you stop selling stuff. You move to your new lot, and then you can start selling your stuff, and you have to set your money. So like if we have 10,000, like I said, 10,000, like 35 or whatever, you'd keep 35. You'd move there, sell the furniture from here, move there, set your money to 35, and then you'd continue on. That's kind of what I'm doing anyways. Some people, well, I've only really seen one other person play this challenge. And they kind of like, just left the money, but I felt like it was kind of cheaty because I think I moved from like this lot to this lot or something, or it was this one to this one. I can't remember, but I already had the money from selling the objects from the house. So I didn't want to count the household money in it. I just wanted it to be my household funds. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. I'm just resetting the money like that because of that reason. Because I don't want it to be, you know, I could have literally just moved to the next lot and totally skipped a whole entire lot. And I just thought that was kind of silly. When I got rid of the fact of the household items when I sell the home, because technically they're not mine. I'm just using them when I'm staying there. So when I got rid of that from my game, it made it a lot harder to actually get the money. I don't want to physically just like skip over a whole entire lot. I think that's just silly. Like, what's the point? If I'm going to play like that, it won't take very long at all because I'll just literally skip everything. Especially when you get higher up in the challenge, you know, lots are going to be costing a lot more. They're going to be more strenuous to build for sure. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. And to look back on like how far we've come, that'll be so cool eventually. Like I look back on that first lot that we started on. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do we even do it? All right, let's get rid of these. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. We've got another stinky thing. And the My Sims, you can sell those as well. Because you don't need any of the collections. Unless you want them, of course, then feel free to keep them. I personally don't think I want them. Not at the moment anyways. Like, when we're out collecting later down the road, you know, if I'm trying to make somebody be in a specific mood for a specific like painting, if I'm trying to make really good paintings, then I might have them collect until they get like a specific MySim trophy that can give them that like moodlet that they need. But otherwise, I don't really care. I just sell everything unless I'm going to use it. So eventually we're going to use these upgrade parts. So I've been holding on to them, of course, because that's important for me. I think it's important for us to have those so that we don't have to wait to get them later down the road. And yeah. So this is kind of what it's like. We just do this. And I speed up a bit more in this challenge just because it's just him traveling a lot to the next thing to harvest or whatever. I forgot this one, I think, over here, didn't I? Oh, of course I did. Harvest these. And then we do go to Sylvan Glades. We harvest there. Harvest mushrooms. Dig up this fossil and collect these frogs. And harvest bluebells. And these snapdragons. And dig. And all of these lots here have the Bracing Breezes lot trait because obviously we were living out in the worlds. And, you know, I don't think these little tiny shacks would be that, like, sturdy. Probably the wind blows right through them, let's be honest. So, yeah. But we're getting somewhere. We're getting some good stuff today. And I just try to keep checking on the frogs so I can keep breeding them together. Because I think it's important. We got another 100. Wow. Alright. Cool. Well, let's open that up. We'll sell that. And we're already at 1,321 just from what we've harvested here today. Like, we're definitely getting through it. Definitely getting through it.
Hey.
Alright, so we'll sell these. And then open this up. Sell these. Oops. Alright, and then once I'm done with that, if the baby is good, then I have him travel to Sylvan Glade. And then we go there and we harvest there. We do some fishing and collecting of frogs. And then we go from there. But this is the challenge. This is literally what it's like. We've done this for all of these lots. We went through winter, and of course, that was really hard. My seasons, though, are set to only 7 days, so we haven't played that many days. We played what? So summer was 7, fall would have been made it 14, and then winter would have made it 21, and we are on the very beginning of this season. So we've played about 21 days in the game, 22 maybe, and this is really all it is. Not much to it. Just like I said, you can't get married or start dating anyone in the first neighborhood. You have to just stay, you know, you can make romances and you can woohoo, but you can't like become girlfriend and boyfriend. That's for the second world. That's kind of how I forced myself to kind of slow down because I always just get my people married and have babies and blah, blah, blah. Like I move really quick. So this kind of forced me to stay single for a while, and it's been kind of interesting to just play with one sim rather than multiples. I don't know, I just found it kind of interesting to play that way, and it's been different, and I kind of like it. Though I do miss my babies, though we have Scott, so it's not quite the same because, you know, he was a prodigy of a woohoo, so. But he does make it harder, that's for darn sure. Because I don't have anyone else to help me take care of him because it's just me. So I have to get up with him in the middle of the night and do all that good stuff. And I try to make sure I'm out of this lot at a decent hour so I can go back and like take care of him, of course, because it's important that we take care of him and keep his needs high so he doesn't get taken. And we're getting hungry too, so that's like another thing that plays into it. And it's getting kind of later in the day by this time normally, so we normally are here just for a little while and we fish, do all the good stuff, and then we go back home and we take care of Scott, feed our face, and pretty much go to sleep most times because there's nothing else you can collect at the house unless you want to go fishing there. This is pretty much it. It's like my going solo challenge where the household size is small, usually just the heir and their child. Yeah, I hear you. But eventually you're able to have like next neighborhood, like I said, we'll be able to start dating. So we'll ask her to be our girlfriend. And then the neighborhood after that, you'll be able to get engaged. And then the neighborhood after that, you'll be able to get married and move her in. And then after that, you can start having children. I need to kind of keep playtesting because I don't want him to get too old by the time he can move her in. So I don't know if it's going to work out well that way. But if it doesn't, then that's okay because we still have an heir. And I guess he doesn't really have to get married. But once he's able to get married, it's the same for your next heir. So, like, Scott could be our next heir if we wanted him to be. He's the baby of Samaria, though. So if we wanted to go Milani, then we could take her heir, her first kid that we have with her. But right now, I'm okay with it being Scott. It doesn't really bother me any. No, we can't travel. But he met all these people because we just started like trying to mooch money from them. I didn't realize when I was doing it because I was allowing him to ask for money every single day. I didn't realize that it was a mod thing. So I was doing it and not even noticing it. So that unfortunately can't work for you. So I kind of got a little bit of a head. I mean, people only gave me like 3 to 10 simoleons at a time. They didn't really give me much, but it did help out in the long run because we asked each and every one of these people for money. So it did really, really help us out. But he found 2 romances real quick. So, and the first couple of lots, honestly, it's very hard to keep his fun up. Like right now, his fun is very, very low. But he does have a TV at home where the first like 2 or 3 lots, I think the third one he has a radio, but it's still not as great. But so we would woohoo to help with his fun. And they were ending up getting pregnant from risky woohoo. And it was adding like extra drama. And of course, the marriage, whole thing with the marriage, that was just wow. That was just wow. I didn't even know. He was standing right next to us too when it happened. It was like, oh boy, now what have we done? What have we done? So yeah, this is just what it's about. And he's tired of fishing now. So now I'll have him try one more time to look for frogs. And then we have to go back home to take care of the baby. And I don't think there's any fruit or anything yet. The more time you spend here, of course, the more likely it is. Unfortunately, once we move out of this world, we won't be able to come back to Sylvan Glades unless we, you know, have to move back here for some god-awful reason. Hopefully not. But, yeah, so once that happens, then we'd have to go with that. Okay, this is a 10. I don't want a 10 simoleon frog. I want the good frogs, like the hundreds and higher. Oh, let's try and win one of the... Oh, get out of here. All right, 35. Sell that. And by the end of the day, we're at like 2,000. So there we go. Like we've literally almost made 2,000 today. So it doesn't take too long at the beginning. Collecting can be very fruitful if you know how to do it, if you know how to like, you know, where to find everything. Obviously our area is very small too, so it doesn't take as long to run around it. Like if the area was much bigger, then it would take us a lot longer to travel around and grab everything, which would make it possibly not as fruitful. But this is good because we made about 2,000 today, which if we do continue on like this in about 4 more days, we should be good. Like we should have the 10,000. So that would be really good. But then we're back and it looks like he's asleep. So we're going to go ahead and eat something. Is there no more? Okay, get leftovers. There we go. There's like a grand meal in here. I think it's from one of the holidays. He wants to be enemies with a mermaid, by the way. The, I don't know, the really weird looking mermaid. She's really weird looking to me. I don't know what's off about her. I think her side of her cheek, like her cheekbones are really far out. So yeah, I think by next lot, I think he'll have aged up. I think he ages up. When does he age up? Oh, he ages up today. There we go. He ages up today. I don't know. He just doesn't like her. He just really doesn't like her. They're already disliked, so I don't know what she did to him, but he is not happy with her. He wants to be enemies with her, so I do lock in the whims because I think it's necessary. A food coma. He's having a bad time because I made him go fishing, and he doesn't like fishing. But we do need to buy a trash can because I have all of this diapers on the floor, so I'm going to need to buy a trash. And I have to buy one that's like outside because if I buy one for inside, you know, that ain't gonna work. So I have to buy like one of these more expensive ones. I bought this one on the last lot, so maybe we could get away with it again. Let's see. And then we need to like clean this up and throw that away. Who was that? Oh, Cameron. I guess he doesn't like seafood. Must be. Baby's awake. Who's that? See, he like knows all these people. It's kind of weird. Alright, and then he could like watch TV or whatever for a little while. But we've already harvested everything here, so we're just kind of waiting for the next day, waiting for everything to refresh. This is normally when I spend time with like a girlfriend or whatever, because this is like the downtime. Oh, we don't need this. We could sell that one. We only need one of each fish. I don't really think you need more than one of each fish. If you use the fish and then it's not in your fridge, then surely put it in there, but oh, here she calls. Remember when we talked about Manoia Ausa? We went on a very nice date. What the heck? Oh, that's right. She said she started to think she was having feelings for him and she really liked him. And I said, who am I to stand in her way? Because we literally turned her down saying we couldn't date her. It's like, who am I to stand in her way of happiness, you know? Congrats, I guess. That kind of makes me sad because that means she's kind of moving on with someone else. Because we can't date her. And this is the guy. Ugh. Come on. We should invite her over just to woohoo now. Just to really settle it in. He's probably better off. Possibly. He's really not enjoying this. Oh, my little girl's crying again. All right. Well, I'm going to go because she's crying, so I am going to end the stream here. I'm sorry that you just said be right back. So yeah, this is the challenge, and if you want to check it out, it is on my YouTube channel. And I will be posting more soon. I have like the build video to post, and I'll post this little bit that I did here in a little sneak peek of like a video or whatever. But yeah. All right, anyways. Um. So yeah.
Oh,
Oh, she laid back down.
oh.
Was gonna go get her. Maybe she'll be okay. So we're just trying to get his fun up right now. So let's just speed him up a bit. Welcome back. Okay, baby's crying.
Children.
Bottle feed. Bounce. I didn't even think I need to put an infant crib probably in one of those houses. Maybe the first one I'll swap out the toddler bed for an infant crib. Because I didn't even think about it. I thought, oh, he's gonna become a toddler. I'm not used to the infant stage yet. So I'll have to swap one of those houses out for a infant crib. Darn it. All right, well that's fine. Food coma. It's too funny.
New yap for new. New yap for new. Imu yip chumcha. Skimbo yangi.
Who's this person? I don't know. This would be a challenge where I would never redeem points to give him money. Making money is part of the challenge. Yeah, I would never. If I redeemed rewards in here, it would be like these ones. If I really needed like hygiene or whatever, and I wasn't anywhere near something, or if I was trying to get like in a specific thing, or if I wanted to refresh my wants, because sometimes they're poopity poops. Sleep replacement if I didn't want to sleep because I was really trying to like get to the end of that. I needed, the last $500 or something. But, I would probably just do the other ones. I'd probably definitely get him like heat and colds because that would be good. Observant might be good for your Sims when they're trying to find a significant other. So you could find one with good traits. Maybe even speedy cleaner would be good and like that kind of stuff. But I would do those ones. I wouldn't do any of the other ones. Like I wouldn't give them any money or like make it where their bills don't like take them out, whatever. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't give these guys money. Yeah. Cuz that'd be kind of cheaty. But yeah, there's some in there that give them money, and I wouldn't do those. I would not give them like free bills, because I just think that's kind of silly. Like, what's the point of the challenge if you're just gonna fix it with getting free bills and you don't have anything that's gonna keep you back from getting that last little bit of money that you need? All right, so clean that up. And right now he doesn't have a maid or anything, because the thing about a maid is you would need to have a lot of money coming in, honestly, because, we're already struggling to make 10,000. So do I want to add like bills to it? Probably not. And I already have bills that I have to pay on a regular from here. Like, so I don't want to add more bills on like a maid or whatever else. So I figured the first couple of neighborhoods you probably don't want to get a maid. So you need to just kind of clean up after yourself, because that's just like how it would be. But yeah, I think he's supposed to age today, isn't he? It does show today. It shows that his birthday is today. It's Friday. He can do his own cleaning. Yeah, it's such a small house. Do you really need a maid? Probably not. Don't be lazy. Get up and clean it yourself. All right, change the diaper. Change the diaper. Cuddle. Rock. I wonder when the baby will age up. Like, do they age up on their own, or do I have to tell it to age up? I guess I could tell it to. I guess I could tell him to age up the baby. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You just click here and age him up, but whatever.
Balafoy.
He's so tired. We don't have an infant crib. I'm kind of scared to age him up because we don't have an infant crib. Which is going to cost me money out of my pocket. And I already had to pay for a trash can. So I'm really scared to do that. Alright, rock and then throw this away. Who is walking by all the time?
Wax Nubu. Hibana.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let him sleep until the baby ages. Oh, it says it's his birthday and time just flies by, doesn't it? I know eventually they will age up on their own. But... oh, we don't need to bottle feed him twice.
Oh, hum.
Then you'll make him fat. He's so much darker skinned than him, but it's because his mom is so fair skinned. I kind of think it's cute. Clean that up. Get you back in bed. Hopefully he ages up soon. I feel like the longer I can keep him a baby, the better off I am, because then I have a higher chance of like getting farther in money. But not really. If he's gonna age up today, he's gonna need a crib nonetheless. The stupid creepy crawlers. Oh my gosh, he pooped himself again. Holy moly, kid. Alright, he's up to parenting level 6. Like, he's literally been taking care of this baby forever, I feel. Oh my goodness, he seriously has. Change his dirty diaper, stop messing around with him. And then cuddle him. Throw that away. Go to sleep. Get him back to sleep. Oh my goodness, now the baby needs a bottle. Like, seriously, these kids are needy. Bottle feed, cuddle, throw away, sleep. Why'd he change the diaper again? The baby wasn't that dirty, was it? I can't even tell. Okay. Oh my gosh, we gotta clean this up now too. Okay, I think he's done sleeping. He's like, I'm tired of it. And then get leftovers. It's such a small house, I can literally see the whole thing in one shot. That's kind of sad. Alright. Well, he's getting some, like, points at least for doing some things. Alright, I think we'll age up the baby and then... because I'll be able to cut this part off so we can put it up to YouTube. But let's go ahead and age up the baby because it's his birthday. And we'll see what he looks like as an infant. As an infant, of course. I did have him in like a long sleeve onesie because it was winter, but I don't know. They moved here and it's like he lost his onesie. He lost it in the move. Alright, so the baby is going to be wiggly. Oh my gosh, look at him. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's love day. He just learned the smile milestone. And we can sell this because it did come with us from the last house and we don't need it, so you can sell it. So here's my problem. I don't have enough space, I don't think, for a crib unless I move this over and put it here. So this is where like you kind of have like a downfall. So like, because now I have an infant, and infants are very needy. Very needy. And brown is our color here, so I'm gonna try get this. All right, so I had to kind of move my house around. It still should be functional. We should still be able to get to this. We should still be able to watch this and sit here and sit there, I think. Because I think they come in from behind this. Okay, so now this is what he looks like. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Oh my gosh, look at his little cheeks. His cheeks are so cute. Oh, I love him. So everybody has to be dressed in brown. He's got brown pants on, but he's got a green shirt. I could kind of leave this outfit because it's got brown in it. And he is freaking adorable. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. So cute. Oh my gosh, look at his little face. So if I look here now, his birthday's way down here. What age span are we on? Are we not on normal? I swear to goodness we were on normal. We're on a long lifespan? Okay. I mean, long kind of stinks, but it's okay, I think, at the moment. I don't know if I want him that long as an infant, though. Like, how long is that? That's like 2 weeks, 2.5, well, pretty much 3 weeks. How long is infant stage in the game? Seriously, put Scott to bed. He's so cute. Aww. And like my sim does want a garden, so we could plant something if we wanted to plant something to garden outside. But aww, so sweet. Oh, so sweet. So I do need to change all of his outfits, of course, so that, you know, he's looking fab. Wow, he went to bed so well. I didn't have to like sing him a song and a lullaby and rub his stomach and everything else that you have to do for these kids. Normally you have to do that. He was just went right to sleep. He was like, okay, good night. So that's cute. Hooray for being free. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Scott is enjoying his own space and is now on the loose. All right, so I guess I'll leave it there because, I mean, he's so cute. Who would want to leave this cute little moment? Look at that little face. Look at that little face. So cute. All right, wow. So I will leave it there. He must have been really tired, yeah. I think I will swap out the toddler bed in the next house because I think we'll have a toddler there. I was thinking he'll be a teen by the next one. If we're on long lifespan, he ain't gonna be a teen. He's gonna be a child. At the probably a toddler actually. So we'll see how that goes. He might be an infant throughout the whole next neighborhood. Who knows? I might have to tweak either that or put it down to normal. I know normal kind of stinks because it's a little too short for my liking, and I might just tweak it through MC Command Center. That might be my best bet, is to tweak the normal lifespan through MC Command Center, and then it will tweak it for all the saves. So it will tweak all of the aging so that it will be what I really want it to be, and that might be best. Maybe I'll do that. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here because it's getting late, and I had a lot of fun. I could play this all day because I just really enjoy this challenge. I think it's really fun to play, and it's always different and exciting because you never know when you're going to get the money. And now that we've had to spend some money, it kind of stinks, but it's also great. I changed the long lifespan because I'm not sure what I'm doing anymore, and I want each generation to have 10 children. Yeah, I can understand that. Long lifespan just is so long. I don't know. I play it on my Millman family because I want my Millman family to live like forever. But on this kind of a challenge, I'm not sure. Like, he has 99 days before he becomes an adult. I guess that could work out in his favor, especially if, you know, oh, he has 3 days to complete that. Oh, that might have been a bad idea to choose that for his resolution. But especially because I was saying like the next neighborhood he's only going to be able to date, and then the next neighborhood after that is like getting engaged, and then the next neighborhood after that is getting married, and then the next neighborhood after that is having children. Or like maybe the first child, like maybe each neighborhood you can only have one baby or something. I don't know, I'll think about it. Maybe a pet or a child or something like that. So anyways, I really enjoy this, so I'm going to keep playing it and putting it up on YouTube even if people don't like it, because it's something that I really enjoy. And I'm also going to stream it some more, so it's going to be fun. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and have a great Thursday. I will be back again on Friday. Maybe we'll actually stream this on Friday, because you guys will all be caught up to this point. I'll put out the video, the little snippet here that I played, and we'll play this maybe on Friday or Saturday, one of the two. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great time. Yeah, I definitely enjoy this. So I really enjoy this challenge, and I think it's really fun, even if people don't watch it. I mean, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's okay. So yeah, I'll be back on Friday, same time, and Saturday as well. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another YouTube video. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys in my next stream. Thanks so much for all the support. Later.